just spent 36 hours in Berlin interviewing three incredible women. And I want to show you exactly what that looks like. Every interview starts long before I even arrive in the city. It usually begins with me coming across someone's work, maybe on LinkedIn, Instagram, or through another woman I've interviewed. Then I take some time out to understand their journey, what exactly are they building, and why their story matters. Is it also going to be something that aligns with what we are trying to showcase? Do you understand? So these are the things that I just look into. After that, I reach out to them. Some of them say yes, some of them say no. And sometimes it takes a few follow-ups. And once it's confirmed, that's when everything starts to come together. Planning the questions, aligning schedules, and figuring out how to make it work in a short amount of time. And then the traveling begins. And most of the women I interview, I honestly don't know them. But at the beginning, few women I interviewed, I knew them. It's always good you start from the ones, do you understand? So, but of late, the people I'm reaching out to, I have no idea about them. I don't know them. I source for them. I usually come across them in LinkedIn or in Instagram or on TikTok. And I just started using AI to help me, to assist me. So I have a research assistant as an AI helping me for this. And when I'm searching for people, I'm not looking for the biggest profile. I'm just looking for something unique that they are doing that stands out to me. And I feel like, okay, this is something that will be useful to everyone. So let me reach out to them and see if they're going to reply me so that we can showcase what exactly it is that they are. And how does this happen? Sometimes I go through their posts, I go through their Instagram communications, I go through all those things to try to like really understand, okay, what is this person doing and how can this be useful to us? And once I've analyzed and I said, okay, this person is a good fit for my community, I would like people to see what this person is doing. And then I send a message. I'm like, hi, I see what you're doing. I really do appreciate. Would you mind? Okay. And then I explain what my platform is all about. And then I'm like, would you be interested for me to have an interview with you to like showcase and let people know what exactly you are doing, making them understand that I think and I believe that their story is what shares. Once I arrive, it's not immediately about the interview. I usually take a few minutes to just talk, get to know them, ease into the conversation, and make sure we both feel comfortable, because being on camera can feel a bit intimidating at first, especially if you are not used to it. And every space is different. Sometimes I'm in someone's house, sometimes in a cafe, and sometimes in a workspace. So I try to create a moment where it doesn't feel like an interview. And I've noticed that once this happens, everything flows more naturally and people open up in a completely different way. And next, to keep everything organized, I use Notion. So Notion is my database. And when I search for people like that, maybe I'm just scrolling and I see them. And if they don't accept, I put them in one place. And everyone has their own page where I put information about them before I reach out to them, what their thumbnail might look like, what their B-rolls might look like, because I go to different cities, so I have ideas of how I want to video them in those cities that I have gone to. So this is how I try to like organize my things, because if I don't, oh my God, I'm going to run mad, because remember, these are different cities, different people doing different things. So Notion really helps me to stay focused. You get, okay. But anytime I finish all these interviews, I leave with something. Sometimes it's a perspective, sometimes it's motivation, and sometimes it's just a reminder of how everyone's journey is different. So because you're seeing everyone here doesn't mean that they all have the same story. Everyone has different stories, and that difference in their story is the uniqueness of every individual I have ever interviewed so far. And sometimes it makes me think like, oh my God, these people who feel like they are not ready. Because like when I reach out to some people, they tell me, oh, I'm not ready yet. And I'm like, these people really are missing out, in the sense that there's probably one person that they're supposed to be speaking to, but because they feel that they are not there yet, I wonder where, but they feel they are not there yet. So that is why they are lagging behind. And I feel like they are missing out. Someone is supposed to be listening to them, but they are not available for that person, and kind of like makes me feel sad. But I understand everyone is going to get there at their own time. And it's not everyone that feels like, oh, I have something useful for people. So it's fine. I don't judge anyone for that, because I also was in such a position, so it's fine. So apparently I survived day one. I don't know how I did it. At the same time, I know this is exactly what I signed up for, and tomorrow we do it again. At this point, I was already tired. It was already the end of day one. Remember, I woke up really early to start my journey to Berlin. I spent the whole day filming and interviewing, and honestly, I am tired. So I am ready for day two. I believe day two should be less stressful than day one because I have just one person to interview today. But the bad thing is, I am traveling back today, so it is still gonna be stressful. Anyway, let's go. So for day two, before I went to meet my guest for the interview, I decided to take a little walk around Berlin. And there's this thing I always do when I get to a city. I always try to get a souvenir from that city. So I did those things before I headed to the house of my guest. Number three. After each interview, the work does not end there because you'll be like, oh yeah, I finished the interview. No. So before I leave, after wrapping up, yes, before I start, I've already checked everything, the camera, microphone, making sure everything is okay. But before I leave, I also make sure I check those things again because what if the microphone did not work, or what if I did not click the play button, which has never happened anyway. But yeah, so just making sure that all those things are in place. And once I finish that, editing starts. Editing takes a lot because sometimes I interview three people at once, like the one in Berlin, I did three people at once, and it's going to take me a long time to edit it. I'm still a small creator. I don't have editors at my back, so I still do everything myself. So yeah, that's the next step I do. I make sure that I turn them from full interviews to short interviews to advertise to let people know that, hey, this is what we are doing. And it could speak to that one person that we are looking for. And I just need her to click the subscribe button and to watch the video and see how impactful it could be for her. I started Afrodites Space. We kept on meeting a lot of women who are doing great, but I don't feel they are well represented. So we in Europe, we Black women in Europe, we are not well represented. People don't really see us. And if you remember at the beginning of my page, if you have watched the video, you hear about how I felt like the next generation, they don't see enough of Black people who are going to inspire them. So that's one of the reasons why I started this thing, so that I am putting that Black excellence up there. So like I'm putting that Black lady up there so that the next generation can see her and feel like, okay, this is a role model for me. If this lady can do it, I can do it. I'm talking to people from different walks of life. She could be an IT professional. She could be an entrepreneur. She could be an athlete, whatever it is. I want the Black women to be well represented in the society so that the next generation can be proud of who they are seeing, and can easily just get a role model apart from their mothers and aunties, people who they can look up to. This is the essence of Afrodite Space. In general, I have said a lot already, but if you want to see more Black excellence, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of our videos. And if you're looking for something to watch, you can watch this video here where I interviewed this beautiful lady who has a makeup company and she is really doing good. Imagine you're in Germany or in Europe, you can find your shade. Like, it is awesome. Watch this video. You're really going to enjoy it. Bye. See you in the next one.